Welcome back to the channel. This is Music Mojo Jojo. Subscribe if you're new and follow me at my official Instagram at Music Mojo Jojo. Now, today, I would really love to school these new kids that I be seeing in my comments, na pia my age mates who didn't go back to old school hip hop. In the quest of trying to know where hip hop came from in this country and how it has evolved. Kuna wenye hawakupitia hiyo quest na wanataka kuwapatia a lesson in Kenyan hip hop. I want to tell you about the rappers that existed back then, the ones that pioneered this thing, the ones that walianzisha, okay, carry on. Hip hop ni culture ya love, manze imekuanga hapa, imegrow. Kuna wenye waliileta, kuna wenye walisaidia kugrow, kuna wenye waliona ikigrow wakapass to the next generation, and that's how it has been going since ianze. Yeah, ningetaka kwa school hizo vitu ndio nisiasikia hapa mtu akisema ati Kenya kuna trash rappers, ati Kenya watu hawajui kurap. That is so wrong manze. Kenyan rap is so fire manze, from back then hadi siku hizi in the underground though. But hey, nisiasikia your opinion ati Kenyan music is trash manze. Boo nigga, boo. Kenyan music is so fucking fire. Na pia kitu ingine yenye ningetaka tuongelee ni how Kenyan hip hop evolved. Ikianza ilikuwa street rap, eventually ika evolve into kapuka ish, ikafika genge, tena genge tone, urban tone, ndio imefika saa hii, as in it's kind of the same thing but not really the same thing, because wale hardcore hip hop heads watakwambia urban tone, genge tone, kapuka hizo si hip hop. Watakukataza kina Abbas, cause Abbas stayed loyal to hip hop to the very fucking end. Say up to today he's still making rap records. Hakuwa anatengeneza kapuka, contrary to popular beliefs. Like if you go back to his songs, usikize ngoma zake, utarealize most of songs za Abbas were actually rap beats, rap songs, hip hop. True, hakuwa switch up. Anyway, tuanzie hapa. Hip hop was born in America, we all know that, in the Bronx in 1977 approximately. DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, those two are widely regarded as the fathers of hip hop. Not on some gay shit like walianzisha hip hop. Anyway, as far as I can tell, the first record of Kenyan hip hop in Kenya was in 1989 by Kalamashaka. Now, Kalamashaka were a trio consisting of Kama, the goat manze. Nasemanga Timmy Blanco is the goat in Kenya. And ndio he is currently, Timmy Blanco is the goat currently. But tukiangalia of all time, hapo ndo itabidi nitaje Kama wa Kalamashaka manze. That nigga was the goat. Kama Ngigi. Kuna Vigeti and this other member, I'm forgetting his name. Ilikuwa Kamau Vigeti na na Roba Otero. Kamau, Roba Otero na nani Johnny Vigeti. Ondio Kalamashaka. These guys manze, they were killing it. They brought gangster rap to Kenya manze, straight out of Compton huku Kenya, like, and for real. By the way pia walikuwa na manager mzungu, just like NWA they had Jerry Heller. So huku in Kenya Kalamashaka pia walikuwa na mzungu fulani, and these guys manze, dope MCs. Kama is still my goat personally. Kuna Juliani, a lot of people wanamjua Juju as just a gospel artist. They don't really understand how hard Juliani actually is, or was back then. Siku hizi ame toned down the more violent, more hardcore, more street culture kwake. Siku hizi amekuwa polished and mainstream, but Juliani, he was the guy manze. He had bars manze. Sikiza Exponential Potential, hiyo hata si ya kitambo, but we sikiza tu hiyo album. Sikiza tu maalbum za Juliani tu zote, siwezi kuambia one specific one, but Juliani back then, really fire MC manze. Ye pia he's high up there kwa goat list manze. Mkitaja magoats, jina ya Juliani manze nataka nisikiange almost all the fucking time. Kala moto hizo makaa za red manze, hizo zinawakanga red, shika hivi na kuchoma. That's a rapper's name manze, how genius is that? Anyway, Kalamoto siko sure ka ni Mkenya ama MTZ. Najua anaweza kuwa tu mkosto pia na nafikiria ni MTZ. Anyway, the main reason nimemweka hapa ni because he's been collaborating with Kenyans mainly, so I'm assuming he's Kenyan. Na back then pia nilikuwa namuonaona and he was part of this era, au wase wenye nataja sahi. Like, na Kalamoto alikuwa mkali. Ako na album inaitwa Leso ya Mekatilili wa Menza. This guy manze, sikizeni hiyo album, tell me what you think. Kalamoto. Then kuna Big Pin. Big Pin mainly alikuwanga kwa features, but nigga alikuwa na body manze, nigga alikuwa na bars. Like, damn. Tukianza kuongelea each and every one of those people wenye walikuwa hapo in the like late 90s to mid 2000s. That's what I like to call the golden age of Kenyan hip hop. Tukianza kuongelea watu wote wenye walikuwa wana rap around that age, hatutai maliza hizi videos. So, lakini tuangalie tu wasee juu tu nikwambie one or two things about these people. Ndio uende wasikize manze. If there's anybody that nataka usikize kwa hii video, you new kids wenye hamjasikiza hip hop vizuri, endeni msikize hao wasee wenye nawaambia wako kwa the golden age generation. Kuna Wakimbizi. Wakimbizi was a group manze, au pia walikuwa wanatesa sana. Mau also another group wenye walikuwa na kill back then manze. Mnajua tu awase uko flani awase, hey fuck manze. You know I'm freestyling with this video, hakuna place nimeandika mahali at easy list, majina tu zinanikujia kwa akili. K-South was another trio. They had an American, I think he was American, Kenyan American. Pia alikuwa na rap, alikuwa na kill. His raps were in English, but the rest of them walikuwa na rap tu sheng, kawaida, the gangster, the street stuff. Upper back then, Kenyan hip hop was mainly street rap. Like watu walikuwa na rap about the streets and the shit that they go through in the streets. Like rap in the world in general, it was street rap at that time, manze. This was even before Tupac died. Even before Biggie died. Like, our walianza kitambo, especially Kalamashaka, manze, late 80s. Shout out to our say. Anyway, let's go back to let's talk about a few of these MCs that we lost, manze. Majimaji from Gidi and Majimaji. I know everybody knows Majimaji. Ile ngoma yao nini? Who can't buogo me? I am on Buagabo. That song was just so big. Like, if you're Kenyan, you can't escape that song. Whether back then, ama hata sahi, like, Yongoma, it has such an impact. Now, Gidi was like the hype man. Walikuwa a duo, by the way, Gidi and Majimaji. Gidi was like the hype man. Hakuwa lyricist sana. The lyricist of the group was Majimaji. Huyo ndiye alikuwa na kill, manze. Hey! The nigga, umse nika alikuwa na dictionary kwa kichwa. Dictionary ya maneno. Ushaisikia poetry that is just so beautiful that you like, oh my god. Unajua the past 3 days ndio nitengeneze hii video, I've been going back to these people and listening to them again, all over again, ndio nijiput in the mood of the video, and I just realized how great these people actually were. It just makes me realize how far Kenyan music has come, manze. Squeezy, let me not even. Let's go back to, by the way, R.I.P. Majimaji, legend, that guy. Isa is the goat, manze. Najua, nyote mnajua Isa. Tupac wa Kenya, basically. The guy was so fire, manze. Like, the reason he's held highly by so many of us rap fans in Kenya is not just because he died at a very early age. Like, alikufa 21, manze, 2003. He was only 21. That's so fucking sad, but that's not the only reason we hold him at high regard. Like, mse alikuwa MC, a real MC. He was actually a true rapper. Alikuwa na bars, alikuwa na kill hizi ngoma. Like, ukisikiza ngoma zake before aende mainstream, before anze kutoa Mabumba Train na the songs zenye Mizikram, he had a phase where he was like really into hip hop, manze. Alikuwa na mix Swana Ngoso pia yeye, na alikuwa na body hizi ngoma. Salute Issa manze, he deserves a video of his own. K-Rapt, RIP K-Rapt manze, that's another legend we lost, but pia yeye alikuwa fire. Yeah. And as I was saying, Nonini, by the way, let's talk about Nonini. Nonini nilikuwa nafikiria ako chini for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe as a kid, nikianza kusikiza Nonini, nilimpata hii age yake ya 26, 27 hapo. And by then alikuwa amejinough, like alikuwa amejipunguzia abilities, but Nonini wa kitambo, hey damn. Nonini alikuwanga mkali manze, alikuwanga mkali. Godfather of genge, hivyo ndiye anajiita. Nonini mgenge true. Salute to Nonini manze. Tuangalie kuna kina Bamboo. Nani nakumbuka Bamboo? Obviously you all remember Bamboo. Chihuahua. You know them niggas. Kitusua. By the way I mentioned Kitusua in the previous video. Alafu kuna mtu akaandika kwa comments. And that's basically what pushed me into this whole spiral of old school hip hop. Niwakuja nifundishe, especially these new kids manze. These new kids hawajui penye hip hop imetoka Kenya. Lazima waambiwe hizo vitu. Anyway, hiyo basically our MCs tumetaja all throughout the video kufikia at this point. Hao ni wa the golden era of hip hop, the golden age when hip hop in Kenya was at its very best. Na hiyo ni mid to late 90s, around 96 hapo up to 2005. That's like the golden era of hip hop. Wow, chef's kiss. Mwah. Hip hop back then was so fucking fire, manze. And then up around 2005 is when hip hop starts to become a lot more mainstream because fans of music in Kenya wanaanza kujaa. Most people are not just making music for the hardcore hip hop heads, but for people in the clubs to dance to, kujibamba pia. That's where we start seeing people like Kleptomaniacs, Nyashinsky and Kolo. That's where we start seeing labels like Ogopa DJs, manze, wakifight hapo na Caliph Records. The rise of kina Jua Kali, kina Pilipili, Flex, Nani Prezo, kina Major. Salute Major manze. Major amekuwa in the game for a long time. This is also where we start seeing FMCs popping up all over the place. Kina Lady S. Lady S was so fire manze. RIP Lady S. Damn, I'm so surprised at how many people wenye nimetaja kwa hii video are no longer with us today. Damn. Ratatat, another one. RIP Ratatat. She was also very fucking fire manze. Damn. Bars after bars after bars. And a spit kawaria bana. Speaking of female rappers manze, tunezaje sahau Nazizi, the one and only Nazizi. Though she was mainly influenced by reggae, she was a rapper. Alikuwa na rap, like, na alikuwa na spit manze, alikuwa na bars manze, msicheze Nazizi. Like, yeah, she was one of the pioneers of MCs. Stella Mwangi out there, STL Michelle, tunawakilisha, hey, Mojojojo hitting the vocals now, eh? Anyway, lakini you understand, Nazizi, STL, Ratatat, au wote wenye nimetaja, Lady S, these were people that were pushing boundaries back then. 2010, the early 2010s is where it has evolved kabisa. Mainstream imekuja imemeza hip hop hadi hip hop imetoka kwa roots zake, imeanza sasa kuwa club songs. Nani anaweza make ngoma zitabamba the masses? It's no longer about who has the best poetry, who has the intelligent words, who's actually saying something, passing a positive message to the people. Ndio maana walikuwa na wase wa kitambo walikuwa na work na artists like kina Eric Wainaina, who's a visionary manze. Alikuwa anaona wa rappers wa kitambo wenye nimemention, especially from the golden age, na alikuwa na work now. But by 2010, hiyo appeal ilikuwa ishapotea, hiyo freedom fighting, hiyo rappers who have a message. By 2010, it was sasa, club, tudinyane, tukate, tufanye hivi na hivi, tutumie hizi madawa, tufanye this bogus stuff that are not really, tujibambe yani. They're not really adding to hip hop, but at the same time, it's just people having a good time. Humans are still humans in the end. Lazima we have a good time, and we also like having a good time. So This is where we start seeing the rise of MCs kama Octopizo, kina Virusi Mbaya manze. I know a lot of people on this channel ni fans of Virusi Mbaya. Shout out to y'all manze, Virusi pia ni mkali. Speaking of Kali, Calligraph pia, he popped up around this time with his best friend Christoph. Calligraph Christoph will be happening from the 254 will be happening. Sijui kama nakumbuka hiyo doba. Rabbit pia alipop up around hii time manze. By the way, let's talk about Rabbit. Sipendangi kumuita King Kaka, sijui Kaka Sungura, sijui nani manze. The nigga name is Rabbit. Rabbit was such a fire name. Sijui mbona alichange pia. Juu Cash alimdis. Juu alidisiwa na Cash hadi akachange jina. Oh, come on manze. Rabbit is a dope rapper. Ni vile tu he's a pussy. Cash was the guy that dissed Rabbit. Pia yeye ni mkali. This is where we start saying Wakadinali for the very first time. I know a lot of people upjui, but Wakadinali ni wazae manze. They've been in the game for so long. It was like a huge relief when they finally crossed over to the mainstream na Morio Nzenza manze. Kwa wase wamekuwa wakisikiza Wakadinali this long, najua mnajua, them niggas wamegrind sana. This is where we see Timmy Blanco, my favorite rapper, the best rapper in the game currently. This is where we meet him for the first time. Hapo early 2010s, akifreestyle hapo na kina Octo, hapo One Cypher. I'll show you that video. This is where Grandpa Records takes complete control of hip-hop here in Kenya, and it starts fucking up the game. Nothing hip-hop, making hip-hop bullshit. Lakini ya Grandpa Records manze. Ndio alileta kina Timmy Tidat, who's hata sitaki kumuita hip-hop artist. Ndio akaleta kina Victor, Visheveve, Vinando, Vureve, Vananda, Vishoni, aka Visita. I'm so stupid. Hizo ni majina nimeguess randomly za V's. Zina sound Kiluya but not necessarily. Visita. Only way, Visita pia yeye alikuanga hapo like him with Kenrezi wakajoin. Kenrezi by the way was from the previous era but alijaribu kumake a comeback. Kajoin na Visita ati wanajiita shida mbili but same to DNA pia. DNA tried to make a comeback na alikuwa na hit kubwa in the early 2010s manze. Nye ukitaka nye fimbo chapa. That bullshit ass song manze. Hapo pia ndio the female rap game is starting to get better. Rabbit, he does a song called Ligiso where he introduces us to a bunch of underground MCs, both male and female. Kina J.A. on the male, J.A. by the way, that's another dope rapper, sijui alienda wapi. On the females, we meet Femi One for the very first time. Femi One Shiko. Not tomorrow. Yeah, that was the first bar I had by Femi One. Manze ilinichekesha sana. That's where we met Wangeshi for the very first time. Introducing Wangeshi. Sijui kama nakumbuka hizo vitu manze. Mniambia hapo kwa comments. Then a few years later, that's when we met Kiki, who was just dissing them all the FMCs, destroying them, trying to take over the rap game. Manze, I know a lot of people hate Kiki. I also don't like her personality, but her talent as an artist, her artistry, manze, Kiki ni mkali sana. She's basically Azealia Banks of Kenya in that people don't like her for who she is, but we acknowledge that she's very talented. Now, when she drops, we are going to listen to it because we know how to separate the art from the artists. Like, let me give you an example. Kanye West is one of my favorite rappers of all time worldwide. Like, ni mkali tu sana, but I don't like the guy. Not just because of the Jew shit that he's been spinning on lately, but just in general, he's never been my cup of tea. But I mess with his music heavy. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like, inafikanga hapo. Like, I don't follow the guy on Instagram, Twitter or whatever, nini, siangaliangi all that shit that doesn't have to do with the music, but when he drops an album, I'll be there first listener, manze. Same with Kiki. Even ndio najaribu kuambia. Even ndio Kiki yuko. Now this 2010th era, it was a little bit nerfed. Hip hop ilichange, ikakuwa more of kapuka, ikakuwa Lingala pia ikaingia hapo kidogo. Najua wengine mnajaribu kukataa, but Lingala, hip hop was very Lingala, manzi. Daddy Owen with his gruff voice. Hip hop was very Lingala back then. That's where it starts to evolve, manze. We start seeing these new kids, Gen Z sasa ndio wanaanza kutokea 2018, 2019, who have been inspired by trap music. Au sasa wajakuwa inspired by these OGs. Most of them wamekuwa inspired by American trap music. Sasa ndio wanaanza kutokea with heavy trap beats, afu wana rap hapo mashe. That's where we meet Njeri for the very first time. Njeri, who did a song with Stella Mwangi. Shout out Stella Mwangi, manze. Sijui kama nilitaja Stella Mwangi nikiongelea hiyo nini nikiongelea wasee wa back then, but nitaenda nimweke hapo kasi kumtaja. That's where we meet Njeri. We start to meet watu kina Butros, kina Jovi. Timmy Blanco meets 28 and they start TNT. We meet Caterpillar, Calligraph. By now he's mainstream, anaanza kufanya the Mkali Cartels. Like, yeah, na hivyo ndio hip hop imeendelea to evolve up to what we have on the modern day, this dancehall trap style yenye ililetwa mainly, acha nipe Ska the credit. Ska kwa Kovu, he was the one who pushed it to the mainstream dancehall trap, this Jamaican style. Skilly Bang, Skeng, ukisikia those names, manze, hizo beats zenye kina Toxic Lyrically, Maurugwash wana dominate nowadays. Mbogi Genje was also, by the way, among the first people to push it to the mainstream. But yeah, hapo ndio nini imefika sahi. Sahi kwanza imeseparate. Kuna urban tone, which is very, very, very brain dead, manze. Urban tone hapana. But it's kind of dying. The urban tone artists pia wanaanza evolve, which is something I like to say. Like, go back to making original music. Nyi wase wa urban tone, manze, mwache kuchukua hizi vitu za ufala, just remixing. You're not even sampling, you're just mna hop tu kwa beats za kitambo, which you're killing the art of sampling. But I'm glad to see wase wa urban tone wanaanza kurudi to make good music again. So in general, hip hop ya Kenya, manze, imetoka mbali na inaendelea kuenda mbali. It's not been one thing, it has changed over the years, it's continuing to change. Who knows what hip hop will be, or what it will look like in the next 4-5 years. 2030 tuone itakuwa aje, manze. Yeah, manze.